Hello, my friends. This is Toll Man once again and again, and this is the MetaZoo Week in Review for the last week of June 2025. Today's 6/29. Started off with Monday. The MetaZoo hour is actually with MetaZoo half an hour because Charlie has better things to do, which is understandable. He's the CEO. CEO's got to do CEO things, but MGR picked up at the end, and he's the lore keeper going forward, not the lore keeper. There's a different person, but he's the lore distributor of the new zoo. So Charlie brought up a couple things. I didn't think there was a lot of big information, but the information that I did have and reported, Escaped Alien did a really comprehensive video. You could watch my video as well, where Escaped Alien tells it how it is, and I tell it how it could be. So you kind of can have a full circle of information between our two videos. But there's a medicine one as well from last week. That one is theirs for you as well if you choose to watch that one. But one thing that somebody was talking about that said, hey, why didn't you talk about this? I want to talk about it right now. He said about reprints. It's ROM cards. He said, hey, man, you should talk about the reprints. It's a big thing. He's not reprinting the hidden rares. They already reprinted the hidden rares. It's not a big deal to me. They put the same art, different art, but the same text on like 5 different cards. It's the Mothman, right? They have it in a rare, a super rare, alt rare, a hidden rare, and a shadow rare. Same text, different art. So they can reprint one. If they don't reprint the hidden rare, they could reprint the rare version of the card. Most of those are the same text on all the cards. It's not a big deal. They can reprint it. They printed it 5 times in the same set. So I don't see it being a big deal because it's going to devalue the cards anyway because if you don't get the hidden rare version, you can get the alt rare version. If you can't get the alt rare version, you can get another version of the card. If they reprint it again, you get another version of the same card, right? So it's not gonna do good to the price of the cards, but it's gonna do good for accessibility of the cards. So they reprint it again, it just makes it more accessible. So it's not a big deal. If it becomes a big deal, then I'll talk about it. But that's all you're gonna get out of me about that. Talking about big deals. Collecticon New Jersey is coming up. I'll be there. Hope to see you there. Collecticon Cleveland was just this past weekend. It had a beautiful promo card. I had saxophone playing Frogman. He looked awesome. Or maybe it was a trumpet. I forget. But it was an awesome card. Zealous had a live stream. He was hanging out with Cryptic Keeper. And then we all were in the stream together. There was like MetaZoo Menace as Pokemenace. It was myself. It was a whole bunch of people. Everybody that's into the zoo, right? Frostbite Labs, all the cool people. They're in there doing giveaways. They're talking and chatting, doing trivia. It was a good old time. You got to catch these. These are essential to the community. You want to be part of the community. These are the things that you don't want to miss. Talk about don't want to miss. We had some Whatnot streams that were going pretty wild. We have some new people on Whatnot that are selling. That they have a couple people in the chat, but I don't know. They stream a long time and they try to sell a couple items, whether it's new zoo or old zoo, keeping keeping the money going, keeping the flow going with the zoo. And Quote did like a stream, I think it was last week, that they sold couple thousand skateboards and they were selling for $10 a piece. Same ones that were going for $100 a couple months ago, they're going for $10 a piece. Talking about growth streams for a second, I don't understand why people are dumping thousands of dollars. We have like the same people. There's like Ace who drops $1,000 per stream and then she kind of cuts it off and then waits to the next stream. I don't get it because if you believe that heavy into old zoo, you're thinking that new zoo is going to be prosperous. That way, the old zoo can then go up in value, and then you sell it and you make an investment, you get a return on your investment. But if you think that new zoo is going to do well, you should be buying the new zoo, not the old zoo, because the old zoo is a different card game and a different layout and everything. And a lot of these older card games that are big now, talk about like Dragon Ball Z, and other card games, the old dead sets, the playable versions of the game are different than the new version of it. The old dead set of Dragon Ball Z, for example, isn't profitable. You can get those cards for pennies compared to when they first came out. I mean, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic are really the old ones, the only ones that I could think of that the older sets are still worth a lot of money, but those are huge franchises, billion-dollar franchises. You look at TCGs that are indie, and they usually go up in value, and then they go down in value, and then they never come back again. So, I don't think it's historical. Looking at the historical information, the old zoo is not going to go up in value just by history. So I don't think it's a good place to put a lot of money, especially $1,000 a day. I'm not telling you don't do this. I'm not trying to hurt growth by this, but I'm saying if you're thinking about return on investment, and people are bringing this up, oh well, there's a return on investment just by streaming or whatever. That's not an internal investment. An investment is something you put time, effort, and money into in hopes to gain more of that back. Whether it's something significant like an opportunity, or you try to get more of something back. Usually financially, you put in money, you double your money back, right? That's what investment is. There's way more better opportunities for investments in 2025 than cars or hobbies. It's a cool thing that you can get a couple cars, sell the ones you don't want, and get more cars. You trying to make money, real money, put it in an investment account, put it in the stock market, put it in something that has a higher probability of actually getting money returned to you one day. Because cars are not guaranteed. It's opposite of a guarantee. It's probably going to fail. That's just how it is. Usually you put money in the cards, even it's baseball cards or whatever, comic books, anything that's paper related, periodicals, anything. That stuff usually does not generate money long term. That's how it is. Talking about one last thing is I see a lot of undercutting happening in just the community. People are just buying stuff up so they can say that they're a streamer, say that they're a seller so they can sell it at a lower value. Especially the MetaZoo, the torrential tides are coming out, and people are buying that up and offering it to the general populace for a lot less than MSRP, and that hurts the local comic shop that needs to sell that item. Sell those cars in order to pay the light bill. Hurts the people who are trying to do it as a legitimate business. It hurts the community because it devalues the product. It hurts the company because it devalues the product. It makes people it makes a perception that it is a low value product to people from the outside, to investors, to all this, right? When you buy something and you're like, oh, I'm just going to buy it and then liquidate it. And I understand that people are trying to chase either their dream of being a streamer, or they just want to be part of the community and say, hey, I'm the guy who has the cheap stuff. I can understand the attention seeking process of it. Or they're trying to get the alt boxes in order to sell them because they're probably going to have limited edition cards in it, and there's going to be an alt box, and they're probably going to sell for a lot right off the gate, so they can get in and get out really quick and just break even on the rest of the boxes and have some art boxes that'll sell and make up for the amount of money that they put out front. I get it. It's not good business practices. It doesn't make you cool. It's not a flex to be able to do the stuff like that. There's if you want to scam people, it is sort of scammy business practice. If you want to do it, there's way more money to be had on a lot of other ventures rather than hurting your friends and a community that should be based upon, collectiveness, closeness, enjoying the hobby together. And I felt that when MetaZoo first started, the old MetaZoo, it was the best community. It was a community that wanted to support each other. They gave you free cards. They gave you the lore. They gave you opportunity to get free bulk. They wanted to teach you. Everybody wanted to help each other. Everybody loved the zoo. Everybody wanted to get together. Now there was an investment part of it, and there was other parts of it that kind of didn't intersect. There's the NFT people and the people who wanted to hoard it forever, and then there was just a group core of people who just wanted to share their love for cryptids and card games and all that. And I think we need to focus on that and not this guy who wants to sell boxes for $80 because I don't know, because he wants the attention or because he wants to chase some quick buck. And it goes to what I always tell you guys. I mean, that's pretty much the weekend review. I know I went on a couple tangents, but I always say the same kind of things, right? Every week I say, let's be good. Let's do good. Let's be good to each other. Let's be cool people. Be cool, do good, and be nice to each other. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Catch you pretty soon. See you at the MetaZoo Hour. Please buy up these Rat Kings. I don't want to see them anymore. I got 3 left from Cryptic Keeper. Thank you so much for the 100 of them that you sent to me. They're almost done. Can't wait to be done with them so I could just be done selling on eBay because I'm not a fan of selling altogether. That's everything. Short of breath, short of time. Peace.